Happy Mardi Gras! Hey guys, yep, you guessed it. It's me, Miss Ashley, and I am here celebrating one of my favorite holidays. It's called Mardi Gras, and I want to come and celebrate with all of you. Now, you might be saying that you don't know much about Mardi Gras. Well, fear not. I'm here to share some things about Mardi Gras and how it is celebrated in New Orleans. And I have something really cool to share with you that you can even make if you want. And you can spend some time during this long weekend if you're home from school for the bad weather, or maybe for President's Week. I have a challenge or a craft for you to make. But before I show you that, I want to tell you a little bit more about Mardi Gras. And if you haven't seen my other video, I know it's geared more towards my little viewers and my younger friends, but if you have younger brothers and sisters, you can go and watch that with them. It will teach you how to make your own Mardi Gras beads with cereal, either a necklace or a bracelet, and then it also teaches how to make a little bead dog out of Mardi Gras beads, and I read a story about a Mardi Gras bead dog, so you can check that out if you want. Otherwise, I'm here to teach you a little bit about Mardi Gras for my older friends. Now, I know you're too old for storybooks, but I do have a book that I want to use. It's kind of more of a poem, but I am going to show you this. I'm going to stop periodically and tell you a little bit about what they're talking about, and then we can kind of find this little guy because sometimes they hide him in the pictures. And then I'm also going to share some pictures of some of the things that I've seen and done while in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. So, first of all, what is Mardi Gras? Well, Mardi Gras actually means Fat Tuesday in French. And Mardi Gras is a big celebration or a big party that they have, not only in New Orleans. They celebrate in different places in the world, but there's a huge celebration in New Orleans. And really, it's just a celebration, a carnival season between Christmas and Easter. So it starts on 12th night, or the day of the Epiphany, on January the 6th. And that's said to be the time when the wise men came to visit baby Jesus. So in New Orleans, that's the first day of carnival where they can eat king cake. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. And then it goes until Fat Tuesday, or Mardi Gras Day, which is always different every year, depending on Easter. So if you take the date of Easter and then you go through the Lent season, the 40 days of Lent, and then before Lent starts, is Ash Wednesday. Well, the day before Ash Wednesday is always going to be Mardi Gras, or Fat Tuesday. So it's a celebration before you take that time to reflect in Lent, and then you have Easter. And you probably saw me throw these Mardi Gras beads. These are some things that people throw at some of the parades that go through New Orleans. And they're usually these colors of purple, green, and gold. And they actually mean something, because a long time ago, one of the first parades that they had the King of Rex every year. And he declared that the colors were going to be purple, green, and gold. And that they meant, let's see, the purple one is justice. The gold one is power. And the green one is faith. So those are what the Mardi Gras colors mean. So let's get to the story, or this little poem, and see if I can show you and tell you a little bit more about Mardi Gras. So it is called Happy Mardi Gras. And you guys can help me, because sometimes they hide this little jester guy in the pictures. So there's the colors, purple, green, and gold. Okay, let me move a little bit so you can see. Listen, my children, and you will be told about a tradition of purple, green, and gold. So remember, purple is justice, green is faith, and gold is power. And they were picked by the King of Rex a long time ago. It began years ago in the country of France, because in French, Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday. Now we take to the streets to parade and to dance. So there's one of the parades. That's the Rex parade. Can you find the little jester guy hiding? Is he on the floats? Where is he? Oh, yes, you're right. There he is, on top of the boufra, the fat cow. So this is one of the parades that goes in New Orleans, and people line up all over the place to watch these people, and they're wearing masks, kind of like mine. This is the one that I wore when I was on the Pygmalion parade. So they wear masks on the parade floats, and they throw out things like beads and stuffed animals and things that light up, and hula hoops and batons and swords, everything you can think of. And all these people are lined up and they say, "Throw me something, mister." And the kids actually sit in these boxes that are attached to a ladder. So you can roll the ladder into the sidewalk, and then you climb up the ladder, and then you sit in this box that has a little thing in front of you to help you sit in there, and then you catch stuff from the parade floats. Other cities do it, but not quite like us. You must come to New Orleans to see what's the fuss. I hope you get to see that one day. It's awesome. Look at all those people watching the parades go through Lee Circle. And there's the jester. Now this year, they're not going to have any parades, but usually New Orleans is packed full of people. Carnival starts on the Feast of Kings. Let's take a look at what Mardi Gras brings. So there's January 6th. That's the first time you can eat your king cake, and that's when Mardi Gras officially starts. So here's a picture of the king cake. And it's a pastry, a cake. It's kind of like a cinnamon roll, but sometimes they are filled with cream cheese or fruit fillings. And inside is this little plastic baby. And it's supposed to represent baby Jesus, because the king cake is on the day that the wise men came and found baby Jesus. So there's the king cake, and people eat that through all the carnival. You can even find king cake cupcakes or king cake on a stick. There's all kinds of different kinds of king cake, and they're so good. We take to the streets, we make no excuses. We go to parades named for Greek gods and muses. And there's bands and people that dance and put on costumes. Do you see the jester? Yep, there he is playing the tuba. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of when I've ridden on parades. One was for the Knights of Sparta, when I got to dress up. I had ocean animals on my dress. And then the other ones were for Pygmalion, when I got to ride with my family. We wear colored wigs and masks, and it's so much fun. Flambeaux light the way in front of the bands. Then floats make a pass in front of grandstands. So there's lots of people sitting in bleachers or even on the streets, and they're watching the parades. And these things go by, and they're kind of like lighting the way, kind of like a candle. And they're called flambeaux. Parade routes are lined with kids upon ladders. Remember the ladders I told you about? You can kind of see them there. It's fun for the family, and that's all that matters. So there's the people riding in the floats with their masks on. Can you find the jester in there? Is he on a ladder? Nope, there he is. He's on the float. So some of the cool things that happen on the parade is that there's tons of different groups that have parades. So there's lots and lots of parades that go through New Orleans for 2 whole weeks, really, leading up to Mardi Gras. And some of the people on the parade floats hand out really special things that they've hand decorated. So sometimes you can get a Zulu coconut, or from King Arthur you can get a chalice, like a drinking glass. For me, I did decorated pigs, and I'll show you some pictures of I have caught some of the chalices and some of the pigs that I've decorated. You can catch a decorated shoe from the muses, or the Knicks throw out purses, or even crew of Carrollton, they have shrimp boots decorated. So there's lots of cool things that you can catch at the parades that are very special and hard to get. These are the birthday party pigs. Then we have a love pig and a rainbow pig, flower power pig, another love pig, bathtub pig, who dat pig, superhero pig, and another flower power pig, and more to come. So mom, dad, brother, and sister yelled to the floats, "Throw me something, mister!" There they are, sitting on the Mardi Gras ladder. They look so happy. Not hard to tell where the gesture is there, is it? Wave to King Zulu as he passes so grand. Beg for a coconut to be dropped in your hand. And they're covered in glitter, and they have little things glued to them, and maybe they have a Z for Zulu. But look at King Zulu and his beautiful costume. Do you see the jester hiding in there anywhere? Oh, yep, there he is. Does he have a coconut in his hand? Ooh, yes, he does have a coconut. So that's one of the big parades that they have right before Mardi Gras. And all of the parades usually have a king and a queen and some court members that dress up in fancy costumes. When doubloons hit the ground, people fall to their feet to pick up those coins right off of the street. That seems strange. Why would they want that? Are they like money? Kind of. I have some here. They come in all different colors, but a lot of them are purple, green, gold, or silver. But they usually have the logo on them. So there's the logo of one of the logos from Pygmalion. And then on the back of this one, this is one of the parades that we did, was Journey to the Jade Empire. So they have the theme. They have different parades that have different themes. There's the Knights of Sparta one. And this one was on Valentine's Day, so it's a love one. So they have a different theme every year, each group that has a parade, and they give out these different ones. And even some of the kings or queens have their special coins that people want to collect. And people hold up signs wanting doubloons. And so you hand out these little coins to the people in the parade, and they catch them and collect them. So that's what they're doing. They're collecting all the doubloons. To collect them all up is no tiny measure. It's Mardi Gras money, and they're a coveted treasure. Ooh. That Tuesday ends at the stroke of midnight. No more parades, no floats in sight. And this year, Mardi Gras is February the 16th on Tuesday, but there's not going to be any parades in New Orleans this year. No more balls, no more bashes. Wednesday is for church to mark foreheads with ashes. So the balls they're talking about is like a big fancy dance where people get dressed up and where the king and the queen welcome everybody and they have a big dinner. And so Mardi Gras, all of that stops. No more parades, no more balls, no more partying, and people go to church and put the cross in the ashes on their forehead. We had lots of fun. Now it's time to repent. So we're forced to eat seafood every Friday during Lent. Of course, not everybody does that, but some people during Lent, they have seafood and they don't have meat until Easter. 40 days they shall pass. It's the beginning of spring. Now it's time to see what the Easter Bunny brings. Ah, there's the Easter egg. So this ends the story of carnival time. I hope you enjoyed this Mardi Gras rhyme. Happy Mardi Gras to all. See you all next 12th night. The end. So hopefully that tells you a little bit more about Mardi Gras. And now I have a challenge for you, something that's definitely for my older viewers if you want to try to make. All right, so for this craft or activity, you're going to need a shoebox, an empty shoebox that you're not using, or if you borrow it from your parents, make sure that they don't want it back. And then you're gonna need lots of arts and crafts supplies and lots of glue. And if you have some Mardi Gras beads maybe, or if you have anything that's purple, green, and gold, it doesn't have to be purple, green, and gold. You can use any color you want, any craft supply, anything, stickers, ribbon, fabric, and construction paper, anything you've got in your arts and crafts supplies. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your own shoebox float. And this is something that a lot of kids do every year in New Orleans. Once I went to a mall in near New Orleans, and they were all set up on display, all the ones that the kids had made from the local school. So I'll show you some pictures of those, and then I'm going to show you the one that I made. So it actually took me maybe 2 or 3 days. So this is something that you can work on this weekend. But when you get your shoebox, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take off the lid, and you're gonna flip your shoebox upside down. You're working with the bottom, and then you're gonna take the lid, and then you're gonna put it on the side like this, so it looks kind of like a float. Something else that you might want to do is you can make it a double-decker one, or you can have it kind of like a top. So you're gonna put it like this, and then if you have chopsticks or something, you can put sticks in between them to make it like a second layer. So you can do it like this, or you could even do it like this and have some people up at the top, because a lot of the floats are 2 or even 3 layers deep where people have to climb ladders to get up to the top. So the one I'm going to show you is going to be like this. So you can decorate here, you can decorate the back, and then you can decorate this part and even the front. Also, what you can do is if you have a toy car or even a remote control car, you could set this box on top, and then you can actually make the float move. That would be really cool. Or you could take some wheels you have from a toy that's maybe broken, and you could put wheels on the sides of it. You could put a string and then have something pulling the float, because in New Orleans they're all pulled by tractors, and then some of the smaller ones that go through the French Quarter are even pulled by horses. So that's something that you could do. So that's what it's going to start off like, and then you're going to get to put all your arts and crafts supplies on it and make a beautiful float. So here's mine. Da 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 da! Isn't it cool? I had so much fun with this. This is something that I've always wanted to do. So my shoebox was a black one that I took the lid off and I put it in the back here. So I've decorated the sides, I've decorated the front, I've decorated the back, the top, everything. What I did was underneath, I've had this fabric that I made a tie for my dad a long time ago. So I had some leftover fabric, and underneath here I made some different levels, and I've used old jewelry boxes, like the long ones that have a bracelet in or something, and I've covered it all up, because then you can get some toys out, and you can get some toys to actually ride on your float. So here's my float. I'm gonna set it here, maybe move so you can see. Okay, so now I need to show you who's gonna be riding my float. This is the fun part. You can get some of your toys out to do this. So, because I rode for Pygmalion, I have this pig statue with a crown on it. So she's gonna go up here. She's gonna be the queen of this float. And then I have a mermaid rubber ducky. She's gonna ride on here. And another little rubber ducky wearing his Mardi Gras beads, because everybody wears costumes when they ride on their floats. Here is one of the little pigs that I decorated for Pygmalion with his little crown on. He's gonna ride up here. There's another box hidden underneath here to make him up a little higher. And that I've glued those doubloons, the coins that we were talking about earlier. I've glued them there so you can see where they sit. Now here's Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. This is just a Happy Meal toy. And she's got some bees that she's throwing out in the parade. So she's going to go over here. Whoops, Biggie's falling. This might be tough because it's leaning forward. Yeah. It would be better if it was lying flat. So there's the pig. We'll set up Dorothy here. Oh, tried to put some tape so she would stay in there. There's her beads. She's probably gonna fall. And then she's got her buddy, the Cowardly Lion. He's gonna ride too. And he's got some little beads to throw. Now this is just from a Mardi Gras necklace that I made shorter. Now they're probably gonna tip over and fall because this isn't flat. But yeah, there goes Dorothy. There you can see my little creatures, my little toys, riding on their Mardi Gras float. So I hope that you guys can get some stuff out and do this too. I would love to see the creations that you make for your Mardi Gras floats, and then you can take a look at these pictures and I'll show you some inspiration of ones that I saw in New Orleans. And there you go. So let me see your pictures, and on Tuesday make sure you celebrate Mardi Gras now that you know all about it. Bye guys!